Okay.
You don't know.
Bam. Oh, I gotta fix this shit.
Don't know, now you
Cameras are a little
know.
fucked up. Cameras are a little fucked up.
Okay, Biggie.
Thank you. One person is the youngest fucking person.
The only thing I forgot to write down. What was the name of the dwarven city?
The Hall of Hammers.
Hall of Hammer.
Hammer Hall,
Awesome.
something like that. I
Essentially,
think
that's what it
it's
is.
Hammer Hall.
Hammer.
I
Hall.
have it.
Mm.
I have it.
Hammer time.
I forgot
Hammer
to
time.
write
That's right.
that down.
Hammer time.
Do you have the intro? Do you want to do it?
I'm about to pull that up, actually.
All right, you do it then. I'm not gonna do it.
Oh my god, everything's changing.
I
I
know.
don't like change.
I was gonna say, how's your autism feel about that?
It doesn't feel very good right now.
Well, if it was Asperger's, it wouldn't feel at all.
That's fair. Or if you're JJ, you're just a sociopath. It's fine.
Fucking
The government made me do it.
scares me. Scares me
That's
sometimes.
honestly fair. You probably got a shot for it.
Man, it scares me.
Hello all. Welcome to our Dungeons and Dragons streams. We fancy ourselves the crew of LikelyAMimic. It's our handle on most, if not all socials. Pretty sure at this point we've cornered the market on that one.
Yeah.
LikelyAMimic. At this point we've managed it. Anyways, we play D&D. We are not new to streaming it, but we think we are because we sure as fuck act like it sometimes. Like today,
Some
where
days.
we decide to get trapped in another game before D&D, so we're a little late.
Tarkov.
But that's fine.
Delay raid.
As far as
Late raid.
everything else goes, we
Toxic
may
ass
have some
game and you
techno.
still play it.
Yes, we do. We do, and we get really toxic when we play it. But we have some technical issues, but we're working on that. Just let us know, and we'll diligently get ourselves to get there. Anyways, bear with us on those and let us know. With that out of the way, collectively, we do thank you for your patience. Thank you for your viewership and your time. It does generally mean the world to us. Now, with that, we'll go over halftime. We haven't really done that in a while, but halftime, we will answer any questions. We will be here. Cameras may not be up, but we will be here if you guys have any questions. So do feel free to ask them during halftime. We may postpone them until then. We do see them. We're just waiting to answer them so that we can make sure that we stay on task because it's hard to keep these fuckers on task already.
We're not gonna be on task. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we're already not on task. It's
the
bad.
DM, our usual DMs currently in this campaign, all we're slurring is your mom jokes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So with that, most of our rules are 5e, though we do steal some from other things like Pathfinder 2e. Some of the phrases we use are half health is looking rough, or bloody is half health, looking rough is very low, very low. His personal favorite is go on dick, which is which means describe your kill as far as that and everything goes. To move on, we'll go to intros first. So first off, to my next one over is Cass. When you go on and describe yourself and who you're playing today.
I didn't get too much time to actually go into who the character is, unfortunately.
That's fine. You can just say the name.
But
I'll go
playing
over them in a bit.
Aram?
Aram,
right?
yes.
Aram. The Wood Elf Rogue. I haven't played a Wood Elf. Ooh. Yeah, that's what
Kids asleep.
Awesome. So next one up on my list would be Hobo because she's underneath me.
It's alphabetical. Yeah, it's same for everybody.
I mean,
okay, cool.
I'm below everyone.
Multiple
I'm
standards.
playing Torkara, half-orc rogue with a ridiculously high strength and constitution, but a very measly +1 to dexterity, so that's fun. I haven't played a rogue in many moons, and I've never played a half-orc, so sorry in advance. I just
channel your inner soda. All I'm gonna say.
I can't.
Channel your inner soda.
Stealthy soda.
I can never
just channel
do
your
what
inner soda.
she did. I miss her.
That's fair.
Goofy, come back. I
The
miss
next
you.
one would be Lee. You're underneath there. Are you here, buddy?
Uh-oh.
He may be late. He may be running late. He also may be tired. I saw pigs earlier. Oh, he's trying to figure out if he can play. Gotcha. Awesome. So, we will figure that out in a hot minute.
Oh, yeah, just when he's done,
And
or when we're all done.
yeah,
just,
yeah.
If he's not here, just introduce his character.
Yeah. So we will figure that in the line. So next up would be Ben. Who are you today, Ben?
I am playing again, still in my kind of league here. A variant human rogue named Donegan from Waterdeep.
Thought it was done and gone.
Denagin. God damn it.
Denagin. He's denagging everybody to do the fucking job.
Yeah, I'm just playing variant human rogue. Kind of nothing new for me. Just yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So JJ, who the fuck you playing today, homie?
My question is, who the hell created the
That's
human
me.
barbarian?
I
Okay.
needed to get in. I needed to get in there without stealing
I
a
was
character.
like, who the fuck's a barbarian?
No. That's me. I had to throw a random character in there so I could look at the rolls.
Yeah, I'm JJ. It's Swordlock Hawk and all the shit. We've been over this fucking 52 times actually, because today's episode 52, which technically doesn't count as episode 52, but I'm counting as episode 52 just because I can. Which makes a year's worth of Saturdays that we have sat down and played this fucking game, even though we've been playing it for
First
like
time of me DMing.
And
This
Right.
is episode 2
Right.
of me.
So I mean, fucking come pretty far for that. I don't know if you guys saw it. We had 51 views last week on YouTube. It's pretty high.
Wow,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
feeling real good about that actually.
Yeah,
That's
sorry, that was
exciting.
me.
It's better than you watched.
Oh, it was
You watched
you
it
were
51.
watching it?
You just had autoplay on and fell asleep for like a week.
No, like I clicked on it a couple times.
Oh.
At least like 3, 4, 5.
I don't
Okay, well
think
that
it
doesn't
counts
account
if
for
you
51 of
accidentally-
them.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
true.
it
Yeah.
counts accidentally clicking. I think it's like full
You have
watches.
to watch a certain amount of it.
I think it's
Yeah.
15.
No,
It's,
no,
it's like a
it was.
percentage.
I
of-
did watch about like 20 minutes every time I clicked on it.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
I was trying to
That's how he
fucking.
had to do the
cause-
recaps.
Yeah,
so we had
I-
to...
So, I just
I
want
forgot that I'm not a fucking thing again.
to give you a little bit of background before we start this. I am Sam today, and Sam, you may have heard me mention this name multiple times before, and to Ben's dismay, I am
this
his father figure.
Also, the biggest piece of shit I know.
Yeah. The one he stole
You know yourself.
the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. The
He
one he
taught
stole
me
the
everything.
mask from.
Yeah.
Wow, explains your behavior.
So the mask that he wears that he can change faces was once mine, and the book that he carries was also once mine. And that book is what today's session sprung from.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, that's it. That's all I had.
All right. So with that, we are going to go to Nick. Nick, who are you
Oh, I thought
playing
you were
today?
skipping over me.
No, fuck you.
I don't know how to pronounce Gwen. Fine, that's it, Gwen. That's
Gwynveer.
all I'm
Good
saying.
enough.
Gwynveer.
Winview.
Yeah, I figured, but
It's literally how it's written. It's
Love interest always have a
Gwynevere
nickname.
without the I in the middle.
love interests always have nicknames.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Gwen-
Nick is in
Gwen.
love with Ben.
Nope.
But
Yes.
JJ is in love with
No,
Nick.
Oh,
Nick.
yeah,
Nick
dude.
is in love with Ben. I'm in love with Nick. That is correct.
Nick
Yeah.
is
Oh,
being
yeah.
boring and refusing to roleplay it though.
Yeah. For all
Everyone
of you
boo
that were
Nick.
waiting for Nick to have a
Boo.
love interest, he has one now, but he said fuck you.
In fairness, Hobo, me and you really didn't last time. But we
I
also
mean,
died.
when do I ever actually
dunked
properly
on.
roleplay though?
We
When
also
you
That
get
is
died.
my
angry
weakest
and
part.
you punch people and you kick somebody through the sternum.
Is that roleplay though? Is that roleplay or is that just me living out my fantasies?
Isn't that role play?
Isn't there? Yeah.
I
isn't
guarantee
there
you-
Yeah,
I
isn't that the
guarantee
definition
you-
of role play? Anyways, moving on to today's session. To
I
give
didn't
you
get a
guys
chance to
some
talk.
background and some
Oh,
books.
You didn't let
on
him
some
talk.
stuff.
Damn it.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. What do you want?
Yeah. No, that's good. I'm fine.
You're gonna give you shit about it and then not do it. I love it.
High half elf.
Mhm.
Boom, bam, bop. Woman, ugly picture. So I'm guessing I'm an ugly woman.
Beautiful, beautiful lady.
You are the ugliest woman ever.
Yeah, but
Stop
I have 2 holes on my each of my arms. So
Fair enough. Okay. So yes, he gave the name. That's all I was expecting out of him, anyways. Um,
I don't know who the fuck this bitch is.
You'll figure it out.
yeah. To give some background, you are all rogues, as we have told the crowd here. The rogues have been gathered together for a heist. Dear old Sam here has given some information to a fellow contact that has decided that this information is now worth acting upon, and you guys have been assembled like a reverse Justice League. But
So
you're all
the
from
Suicide
Waterdeep.
Squad?
Yeah. No, you're worse than them. You're
Alright,
not.
yeah.
Is it probably a suicide mission? Yes. Will you find that out? Maybe. Uh, we'll we'll get there. But to go on, we started out to expand upon where this is coming from. Um, a few sessions back, 2, I believe, to be exact. Um, Elian translated some words from a book. This book had been carried with Ian for since the beginning of the campaign. Ian has been
Since
unable to read it.
session 0, part 2.
Yeah, part 2. Now, this book has been in a weird form of Draconic, and no one has been able to read it except for Elian, who is Mystical Eyes, can read all, and now reads the Void as he's disappeared.
I want to say you meant could read.
Could. Well, he still can. He just reads the Void. It's fine.
I read the back of my eyelids.
Yeah. Now, with his disappearance and the dropping of the book has been gathered, and with everything, here you go. Yeah, didn't see that. Yeah, I saw it, Lee. I hear you. But anyways, to not skip Lee, Lee's going to be playing Zafiki. You're supposed to be playing Zafik, the gnome rogue swashbuckler. Before I forget. Now, moving on to there, that this passage has led us to a series of names and a little bit about this information. We'll be playing this passage out through this particular one shot. Since it's only right, we'll be leading up through the information of Sam, because it is Sam's diary, as we have learned. To start out, you guys have all been assembled. You've walked through a small town just outside of the Hammer Halls? Hammering Halls? Halls of Hammers? Lots of hammers. Hall of Hammers. I have it written down too. I was staring at it, and for the life of me, I just couldn't say it. But the Hall of Hammers, where you've all been assembled from Waterdeep. You've pulled from Waterdeep. Various criminals of your caliber have been pulled from Waterdeep to pull this job. You've all been given a letter. You've all decided to respond to this call, and you've all arrived in this small town. You've all specifically arrived into a smithy called the Black Anvil. Upon arriving, you all met a small, young, well, he's not small. He is young, though. Young, half-elven man, very disinterested in his work, hammering away at an anvil. He leads you into a back and goes back to hammering at his anvil. If any of you choose to ask his name, he tells you his name is Arden. And he goes back to doing his work.
And this was the punishment he was sent to when he died.
Arden.
Yeah.
What would happen if he died?
You would all die immediately. So it's
That would
fine.
be game over.
TPK immediately. This is how it ends. But you've all been led to a back room, specifically a back room that leads to a staircase. You've all got a staircase. You're officially underneath a large part of this forge. None of you are searched whenever you enter. None of you are things there. You don't sense anything magical in there. You just realize this is probably just a pretty sneaky place, but it's easily undetectable from where it is. But you've all been gathered into this place. You guys don't know much about your characters, but you've announced them. So since you guys probably haven't prepared, I'm going to skip going over you guys describing your characters, and we're going to jump right into it. But you're all now gathered around this table, this stark room, clear evidence of it being a thieves' depository or a sanctuary, if you
Thieves
will.
suppository.
Yep, depository.
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. You
Yep,
said it as soon as you said it.
knew it was
As
there.
soon
As
as
soon
you
as I
said
said
it.
depository, switched to sanctuary for a reason. Still got me. But a thieves' sanctuary, as there are chests, beds, but you guys are around this table. Catching up, Sam has told you all that you are waiting for a man named Elio Thorne. Elio Thorne is the local fixer, head honcho of this little area that runs anything to do with the Hammer Halls and anything pretty much blacksmith related. As you guys are waiting for Elio, you're told that he will have all the information and be giving you some information. Now, if you guys would like to, you can make some perception checks to see if there's anything in the room.
I would love to make a perception
Holy
check.
shit, I have a positive perception and I still roll a
I would
5.
love to see.
I
Oh,
still rolled a 5. I hate this
perception
game.
+1.
Ayo.
I rolled a nat 1. What do I
Okay.
see? Am I
19.
staring at a wall?
You are too busy staring at Denagan
Who?
for you to do anything. Because you're like, I've heard of him, I've seen him, but I've never been in a room with him because you are, in fact, a dumb thief.
Yep.
Ben,
Very dumb thief.
I rolled a
You're
5,
pretty
so I
dumb
probably
thief.
get the same information.
Yeah, you're looking at everybody else. You're too distracted, essentially, to look at anything. Gwenvere, you're the only one that picks up with it. While you can hear the hammering above you, it doesn't come from above you. You can hear it throughout the door. You realize that since the door is still open that leads down to this stone room, that no sound escapes except through that door. Aram as well, you realize that no sound escapes, but individually on each stone there are some wards carved into them. They are not active, but there are there. So there is no actual magic being committed, but you do realize that there are wards in this room to protect things. Probably, if it were to meet a certain standard, they would go off. But right now they are inactive, and you realize again that this room completely soundproof. Not be able, if the door was closed, you would imagine you wouldn't be able to hear anything, not even the screams as you die.
I want to lean over to Denagan and I'm just gonna bother him and say his name wrong the whole time. I want to lean over to him and whisper really quietly in his ear. You know, we could torture anyone in this room, and no one would ever know about it. We could get any information we wanted in this room.
This is also assuming me and Sam have known each other for a long time.
Yeah. So yeah, the premise is you, Nick, and I had grown up together.
Okay.
I want to go pickpocket someone.
You know, probably.
You are the only ones in the
probably
room. Who do you want to pickpocket?
Listen, we could probably rob these people blind. They wouldn't even know any better.
The one talking right now.
Try and pickpocket. Roll for sleight of hand.
What are you trying to touch in his pocket?
Roll for sleight of hand, and anybody that wants to can roll perception because you're all thieves in a room.
My hand's gonna be in the front.
21 on perception.
The what? The what part?
Front.
15.
What are you feeling for?
Yeah.
Nat
23. Damn.
Nat 20, baby.
And an
Oh, yeah, I can't beat
critical
it.
success.
Yeah.
I rolled a 21 on the perception.
You feel up. You said the one who was talking, so I'm assuming you mean Ben's character or JJ's character.
No, Ben.
Your lover, you feel up your lover, and I mean, I'm just assuming at this point, Denagan, you don't pay attention because you know it's your lover. You reach in and you steal all of the money that Denagan has on him.
Yeah,
you get 20 gold, and you've robbed your lover blind. 15
You know,
gold.
that's just a normal relationship right there.
At this point, yeah. You have robbed Denagan of all 15 gold.
And then
Listen,
I'm
she
gonna
runs the
whisper in
bank.
his ear, I heard you wanted to steal some money. Are you poor? I give him a gold piece.
I
There you
instantly reach into my pocket.
You realize that it is empty.
I give Sam that look of like, I would kill somebody today.
And
Um,
and you get the kind of shrug and like back like this is the place to do it. I fucking
Yeah. Yeah. So
They never
Torkara
find the body.
and looking for from where the sleight of hand was. Yeah, so Torkara, you realize specifically you're not paying attention to any of that, but you do hear the sound of footsteps moving in the room that led you guys into this. So you know that someone is on their way.
Ayo, I think someone's coming down the stairs. Torkara's immediately going to like step away from the doorway. And just kind of like step off to the side and let other people deal with it.
I want to ready my action.
I want to
What?
A dagger.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
god, we're about to
What is
murder
that? What is the
someone.
cue of your
Okay,
ready
the
action?
caveat would
God.
be if the person's hostile towards us.
Okay.
Then
Fair
I'm
enough.
throwing it at him.
I
Fair
want to lean over to Denagan again, and goes,
Samuel.
Samuel.
no, you know what? Fuck it, never mind. I'm gonna save this for a better time. Go ahead. I'm gonna save it for a better time.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
It's gonna be
So-
wonderful when I drop this. Though.
And
I
you
got
guys
it.
ready your thievery action? Every bit of what I expected out of you fuckers.
Yeah, I stand in the
Um,
corner and cross my arms.
Yeah, every
Hope
bit
that
I
I-
expected. You hear footsteps coming down the thing. Again, the door was never shut, so you can still hear some of it. Otherwise, eerie silence as you hear the clunk, clunk, clunk of heavy boots hitting the floor. In
Would
through
you
the
say the
walkway
boots are made for
stands
walking?
They
That's just what
indeed
they'll
are
do.
made for
And that's just
walking.
what they'll do.
And that is what they did, actually,
They
because
did do
in
that.
through the doorway, you see a 6'2", broad-shouldered, barrel-chested,
Goth girl.
large goth girl. Yes.
God,
No.
thank goodness.
No, it's black hair down past his shoulders, clearly pointed ears. Though you see he has an eye patch on. The
Goth
eye
man.
patch has goth
Goth
man.
boy.
Yeah, he does
Oh
have an
my
eye patch
gosh.
on. The eye patch specifically, if anybody would like to make a perception check.
Does it have
to see if
Connor
you
written
guys
on
can
it?
get anything. No,
Conrad.
Conrad. Yeah, Conrad.
It's a
20.
9.
Yeah.
I see how my rolls are gonna go tonight.
Yep.
I got
Yep.
17.
My rolls are being fucking awesome right now.
Ayo. Yeah, you're killing it.
So that first stealth check.
Looking like a 16 off me right now. Once it rolls again. Nope, 16.
Yep. Nope, 16. So anybody over a 10, essentially here,
Damn.
gets to see that
almost
slightly they while the eye patch is dark, there is a slight gray coloration to a rune that's been embedded in the eye patch. And so you realize that the eye patch is probably a little bit more than it seems, but the obvious scarring across the eye, he probably is missing the eye underneath. It's not anything hidden underneath. He's got a large scar that runs pretty much the long end of his face, but the eye patch probably a little bit more to that.
Oh my
But
god,
as he
we
walks
got
in,
hired by a pirate.
yep, as he walks in and he sees all of you, you also, for those that got a 15 and over, realize he's wearing a gold ring that is inscribed all the way across it. It is his precious, if you ever ask him. But no, it is a gold ring inscribed all the way around it. More than likely, you think that's a bit magical. And you see no weapons on him, though. For none of you. As far as that goes. But as he walks in, sees all of you, looks around the room, pointedly stares at you. Then looks at the table. Right. Well, down to business. We've all been gathered, and you came a long way from Waterdeep. Well, obviously, you're all thieves. You're going to be stealing shit. Sam
Yeah,
here. Yep. Stam here has been giving us some information, some good information as he was trolling the bars in the Hammers Hall. That a certain treasure trove is going to be unguarded for a time. Now, has anybody of you heard the name Valdor? Anybody can roll a history check if they want to recall that particular name.
Ooh, 17.
Hey, shit.
18.
The himbo has recalled
She's a
some shit.
shimbo.
I'm a
Shimbo.
himbo.
Yeah.
18.
So,
Same.
anybody over 10 immediately recognize the name Valdor. He is a very well-known mad fucking dwarf. This man is mad old, like 900 years old, fucking reclusive dwarf that resides in the Hall of Hammers, the Hammering Halls. I will keep saying that twice. He resides in there and has resided in there for the last 500 years. He is known for his magical enchanting works. Most of anything that is warforged, magical weaponry, that is essentially high-touted legendary, this man has made. He has not made, he has made something better to top it because he's a fucking asshole of a man. He is essentially your mad mage of a dwarf. For those that have a little bit higher, you know that 15 and above, you know that Valdor is currently in Waterdeep. He has been called away to go and meet somebody very important because they want him to bring something back to his
God,
vaults.
is it the Black Staff?
They want him to have something to bring back to the Hammering Halls to keep it secure in his vault. This man has not only collected the world's largest enchanted weaponry vault, he also has most everything in the Council of Elders that is deemed too unsafe to be left in public. This vault is so secure, or seemed so secure, that basically anything that's deemed too magical in nature that they have gotten their hands on is in this man's vault. So you know that first off the bat is a high stakes heist. You guys are going to be getting something rather fucked. So, with that, Valdor, see some recognition down to all of you. Yeah, well, he's currently out of the Hall of Hammers. We need him.
And that's Valdor Madoff, right? Like his cousin's Bernie owns a bank.
Yeah, he did escape with some gold. It's in the news.
Something about an island and politicians or something. That was.
Yeah. There was a tree on that island. He left for it. He took all the gold with it. Yeah. Big old tree.
Already had a friend named Grump.
You're thinking of different Velmore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different.
I know the one you're talking about.
It's Velmore, not Valdor. They're both V's.
Right.
Yeah. But no. So Valdor is left. He's currently in Waterdeep, ways of way, and he's going to be gone for the next 3 weeks while he oversees the transport of a very dangerous artifact here. That means currently we have our only way in, because once he's in there, we know that he's responsible for most of the enchantments that keep his vault safe. So right now they're automated, which gives us a little bit of a leeway and a little bit of way in. But that's going to require you guys to do your utmost best to get in there. Now, we have been on the inside. We've had men worming their way in for years. We've had people in positions to let us in to steal from this place for absolute centuries. But while he's there, there's nothing we can do. He oversees everything. Now, this is our chance. Now, what we want specifically, there is a particular item that we want. It's a giant red ruby. Anything else you guys get while you're in there is yours. That's your payday. The ruby for the thieves' skills.
How giant are we talking? Like fist size? Like I'm gonna need a bag of holding. Like how much do I need? How much do I need to put forth financially to make this work?
You don't have to do anything. We're gonna supply you with everything you need to get out any items you may find. We have a modified bag of holding that will hold not only the ruby, but anything else you can fit into it.
I want to slap Torcaro on the back and go, "Isn't that wonderful?"
Ah,
They planned for everything.
wow.
And I kind of want to like
That-
shout it, like really, like
Oh.
fast and loud.
Oh. Yeah. That's a little. This is a little too convenient, though, right?
Yeah, we've been planning this for quite a while.
Literally
Right, what am
centuries.
I
Were you
saying?
not
This
paying
is
attention?
perfect.
Literally centuries.
It's foolproof. It's absolutely
You're
foolproof.
listen. You're acting a little concerned. And I'm curious as to what your concerns are. Is it the fact that there's this many rogues here and you don't know who all of us are? Because I'm Sam. This is
Okay.
Donegan, right? Well,
You got my name
that
right.
is Donegan.
Donegan. Got it.
Really? I have here Denagan. That's
Donegan.
Listen, he just likes to
It's-
say my
Donegan it
name
is.
wrong.
it's the way he
Right,
signs
thank
his name.
Thank you.
It's a whole thing.
Mr. Samuel here is what you would call a shit friend.
oh.
I don't know. He seems
I
kind of
mean,
cool.
They're
I don't see
all
why
rogue.
you're shitting on him right now. He seems like a cool dude. This is like
Yeah.
a dude
I'm
I
gonna
would get a
lean
drink
over to
with.
Sam. You're planning to rub all these people blind, aren't you?
No,
Samuel is
I don't
pretty
even know what's
chill.
in there. We just know it's a lot. It's mythical. I mean, this vault is mythical. How could you as a rogue not want to steal this shit? How could you as a rogue not want to go somewhere where they tell you you cannot go, and take
gonna
things they
whisper in
tell
his-
you cannot take?
I'm gonna whisper in his ear again. I wasn't talking about the job.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
respond.
Right. Well, on to the preparations. As we said, we've been planning this for a while. As you guys walk over, you see him flip his hand, and in his hand appears a smithing hammer. Touches it against one of the walls, and the previous runes, Aram, that you clocked at the beginning, one of them lights up. In doing so, the table that you guys are all sitting in or sitting around, not at this point, if you're not sitting, you're standing around this large table in the center, a magical circle lights up on the table, and on the table appears a few items. You see 5 silver rings, a potion, a green toxic potion, almost looking. It's very bubbly. At first sight, you probably look like you shouldn't drink it. A flagon of something. Can't see inside of it. It's in a clay container. A stone. What is it? The way it looks into actually 2 stones. Sorry, 2 stones. A bag. The bag of holding. If I didn't say it, another ring with a green emerald on it, and then a totem of a shark. Now he goes over to the table. He opens the bag of holding and he pulls out of it a few more things. You get a book, an old leather bound tome. In it, the tome looks beat to shit. It's been around for probably as long as they've been planning this. But he pulls out a tome, and he says, "Right, this very important. Whatever you do, do not lose this bag and this book. This book. Do any of you speak Draconic?
No.
Cool, awesome. This is gonna be great. I didn't even count for that. Sam, I'm gonna say
Just-
you do speak Draconic because, anyways.
I
stuff.
do. I just want to see if any of them did.
Yeah, you do speak Draconic either way. Doesn't matter. You were going to anyways. You clock immediately on the book. Though it's beaten up and in there, the symbol for order is on the book. Is the book on there? This book is very important. None of you need to speak it. You just need to really recite some translated pages in the middle there when you're in front of the automated, and it'll turn most of the defenses. Now I say this again, most of the defenses in the vault off. These are the ones that are active. We know that Valdor has a bunch of inactive defenses along there, so after that, touch anything at your own risk. But it won't kill you upon entering at this point, or at least trigger the golems. Now, whatever you do, again, do not lose this. I'm going to give this to Sam. Sam, again, don't fuck this up. I'm going to hand you the book. And he's right. So, starting over here, and he points to the totem of the shark. This, called a pocket shark. It's actually
Dibs.
made by Valdor. It's pretty cool, honestly. So he's gonna, when you say dibs, he's gonna toss you the shark.
Yeah, no, honestly,
Um,
I feel like it went to her anyway.
Yeah, it's called the pocket shark. Valdor himself made it a long time ago. Very whimsical item. But you speak the word on it, literally swim. You speak the word, and you throw it, and it literally creates the shark, the totem, the little wooden totem becomes life-sized, and it thrashes around, hurts a lot of things, deals a lot of damage. Great for distractions, great for also in a battle, but literally throw it in the middle of something, activate it, you'll crush most things, and if you don't, it's thrashing around, will kill everything else. It also does swim.
And-
It will float, so you can ride it like a boat.
Does it shrink back down into totem size so I can keep throwing it at people?
It will shrink after 10 minutes. And it does.
Yeah, but you're pretty
only have,
strong. I mean, honestly, you could probably just pick it up and throw it again.
I mean, a
You're
life-size
right.
shark, you
I
do
could
look pretty
fucking
big.
do that.
Like you're
Yeah,
pretty,
I
you're
love this
pretty
shark.
ripped. You know what I mean? Like your muscles are
love this
very,
shark.
like yeah.
Oh,
And
you
the
potion-
flatterer.
I
You
knew
fucking
it was a good
flatterer.
idea to pick that item for her. I did. I knew.
Yeah.
Listen. I suggested it. He said it was going to be a dumb idea. I was like, no, we need somebody that throws sharks. You have to
Fucking
have any
shark.
good group somebody to throw sharks. And then he suggested you, and I was like, perfect fit. It's for her.
Fair enough. Anyways, this potion here, the one that looks maybe you shouldn't ingest it, actually is a healing potion. It works better than your normal healing potion, works better than your grade A healing potions. It tastes absolutely awful. Absolutely terrible. So don't expect it to. It's not. They were trying to get grape, they got ass instead. Didn't work.
How did you fuck it up that
How do
bad?
you flavor something like donkey?
Being boozled.
It basically tastes terrible. It's probably been sitting for a long time, so it probably smells terrible too now. But you have 3 charges in this as far as everything goes. You can heal up to 3 people. For you guys, it does 3d6 plus 5 static on there. Anytime you ingest it, it has 3 uses. You'll point to the silver rings. These rings, each one of you should wear these rings. These rings are specifically made for thieves. Basically, you're allowed to communicate without making sounds, but only to those who wear these rings. You have to be within range, but you don't have to speak. These are the rings of whispers. Now, on to the stones we have over here. We'll get to the other ring in a minute. That one comes in a tiny bit handy. You'll notice it here in a minute, and I'll tell you why. But the rings, the 2 rings you have this is the breathing, or the 2 rocks. This is the rock of breathing. It does exactly what it does. It allows you to breathe underwater. Just hold on to the rock, go underwater. You're fine. The other one is a sheath stone. Many of you probably have not used them, but you literally can just attach it to a sheath, and it makes the loud ringing noise when you pull your weapon. Good for distractions. If you're trying to get people to come to you to make noise, people be on alert, that's what that's for. The 3rd stone is called the dipping stone. This one here is very important. It's about important second to the book. This stone, and he's going to take his hammer that he originally tapped onto the side of the wall and point it over to the other side of the room to another one of the particular engravings that you clocked earlier, Aram. Allows you to be teleported back here. Use this once you've collected the ruby. Do not use it beforehand. You're completely undetected. If Valdor tries to trace that teleportation, he'll be unable to. He'll end up on halfway across the world. So, use it very wisely. You'll have 6 seconds. 6 seconds for all of you to get back here after you've gotten the stuff. More than likely, you're gonna have people on your ass as soon as you're down there. So loot and go. Now the last thing, this ring is gonna point to the gold ring with the green emblem on, or the green emerald on it. This is a ring of anti-gravity. You know, the thing holding you to the ground. So with that said, and he's going to look pointedly at the half orc. Do not wear it outside.
Oh.
I'll take it.
But like you could tie like a string to my foot and I could be like an orc balloon. That would be badass, right?
What if you put it
No.
on the shark, then tie
You
a
are
string to the
going to
shark?
fall
You're
up-
right. We
You are
can
going
make
to
a
fall
fucking
upwards
shark
at a rate
balloon.
that's
I-
going to
I-
take your shark with you.
I just put a coin in front of her and said thank you. I lined that up. I lined that up
Yeah.
a week ago, and I was hoping somebody else would put it together so I didn't have to say it. I just set a coin right in front of Gwynveer, slide it to her, and I was like, excellent work. Excellent work. I knew you had it in you.
I'm creative.
All right. The very last thing, and he'll point to the flagon. This is dragon wine. That's literally it. It's just wine. You're actually going to give this to the man that's supposed to let you into the vault. He's one of ours. He's going to let you in. He's going to drink the wine, get extremely drunk, and be yelled at later, but plausible deniability.
And then you hit
Because-
him over the head, and I point
Yeah.
at Torkara again while he's drunk. You hit him over the head and knock him unconscious.
Gladly.
Yeah.
I
He
love
is,
this
uh,
idea.
That's what we need you for.
Yeah, he is a known drunkard. Probably lose his job. That's fine. He'll be sitting pretty if we can get this emerald. Doesn't matter. Well, no, the ruby, not the emerald. Sorry, the ring has the emerald on it. Anyways, grab there. So you're gonna get through there. What we're gonna do here next is again centuries of planning. We have a few different layouts. What you'll be going into is a pocket dimension, Valdor's own creating. He had a particular mage help him create something. So, once you get in there, we have a way in there. I'll be sending you there after this. You'll be in a small enclosed area. So, as you get there, you'll be in a field. Pretty much a almost clerical temple like area. Once you get there, it's going to be manned by various different golems, mechanical beings, and other things that have been enslaved by Valdor over the years. Yes, he has a menagerie of beasts. Just so you know, they wear a collar. They try to deviate from Valdor's rules. Usually that collar will kill them. Things like that. If you get the collar undone. Again, this is Valdor. Very well done. If you can get the collar undone, these beasts might be useful. But otherwise, they're kept as guard pets for the most part. So you'll get there, kind of temple-esque building. It's almost clerical in nature. We know it's run like a bank. Those with a lot of money can teleport all throughout the world into this area, have their stuff stored in Valdor's vaults. It's kept away from his personal thing, so if you can get in there, steal their stuff, sure, it's less secure. But all of the guards and all of the people that essentially that are paid to keep this place safe are protecting on these particular floors. You need to get in. You need to get to the bottom floor. You'll meet our man Daring. His name is Daring, not Darling. It's right. He's very, very upset about that. His name is Daring. You'll meet him. He's a dwarf. You'll smell him before you see him. He's drunk. He's paid to stay in a room pretty much at the bottom of this there. It's like a cellar, is how he describes it. Paid to get into a cellar. From there, Sam, you'll read the transcribed passage from that book,
Mhm.
and you'll be in the vault. But how you guys get down there, this is why we need rogues. How you guys get down there is up to you. Are we clear?
Okie dokie.
Yep.
Cool. I'm going to show you the plans now. He's going to reach into the bag of holding again and pull out a few maps. You see what is essentially an old medieval bank. Think old Roman column pillars and everything is kind of laid out in front of you. The top floor has literal fucking sketches of cannons on them, by the way, on all four sides. There are ballista in the middle on all sides, so you know there is pretty much there. If anybody would try to forcibly break into the dimension, this place is well guarded. The top floor looks like it has a few offices that are kept for people there, maybe a room or anything there. The middle floor looks like to be a grand vaulted room. You think it's all pretty much marble stone. And then you have in the back there an actual vault that leads into like safety deposit boxes, things like that, things to store things into for the rich clientele. And then to the right, next to the reception's office, there is a door case that leads down into the cellar that leads to the actual vault and underground area in which you guys will be going into. Down underneath there is once you get into there, we don't know anything from there. That is pretty much the no-go zone. No one but Valdor himself has been in that particular room where he hoards everything.
I'm guessing that's our goal.
That is your goal. We can turn off again the active traps. That's all we know of is the ability to get in. The few people that have been granted audiences, we've bribed them. We've done everything we can to get this far. As far as turning off the active traps. The passive traps that he has underneath there's nothing we're going to be able to do. So everything, take and touch things at your own risk. It's including the ruby. You'll know the ruby you'll get there because the ruby is pretty much the size of a head. It's inscribed with ancient glyphs on all sides. It's cut perfectly, and it's harder than diamond, they say. You won't be able to break it.
How heavy is it?
Oh, it's a good almost probably 40 pounds, if not a bit heavier.
What's it do?
You guys, it's princess cut. That's if you're looking for the cut, as far as that goes. But it's inscribed all the way around. The ruby itself is used in various rituals, but it's known as a extremely large magical source. Person that wants it is willing to pay more gold than you can ever dream of for this particular item. And it's someone who the Thieves Guild all across the world actually owes a favor to. But again, we need this item. The rest of anything else you guys get is yours. Understood?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Right. So. All right. So, is everybody ready? You need to prepare. Put on the rings, make sure everybody gets everything, and divvy up the rest of whatever is on the table. You have 5 minutes. I'm going to open up the way to Valdor's realm.
Okie doke.
What's that emerald ring?
I think Donegan said he was going to take it.
Oh,
Took
okay.
it.
Oh, that's right. It's the anti-gravity thing.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
anti-gravity one.
The
Okay.
floaty one.
Yep.
That's a homebrew item, isn't it?
Yep.
We're gonna find that bad guy, take him outside, put the ring on him.
He's not there. He's
One
in
time
Waterdeep.
use.
He's in Waterdeep.
Yeah, aren't we in Waterdeep right now?
No, you're in the Hall of Hammers. Or outside of a town outside of the Hall of Hammers.
The dragon one is specifically for the guy who guards the place, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Torkara will start putting on a ring and then reach out for another silver ring and try to put that one on and reach out for another one and just keep putting them on.
Are you thinking anything specifically to yourself as you're doing it?
These are pretty.
20
Ooh,
D8
shiny.
psychic damage.
You hear "ooh shiny" over and over and over and over and over again in your own voice for as many rings as you put on.
We all need
Keep
one of
putting on
those
rings.
rings.
I grab it.
I grab.
You all hear "ooh shiny, ooh shiny, ooh shiny, ooh shiny." It
Your
I
mom.
start-
reverberates as many rings as she has on.
I start
It
singing a
reverberates
song in
that
my
many
head.
times.
She got a
you
hold
just
of
start
at
hearing, "Your
least 3.
mom."
Yeah. So you hear it at least like the reverberating 3 times, echoing over each other, like they're like she's trying to talk multiple times at
Ooh,
once.
shiny, ooh, shiny, ooh, shiny. Your mom.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the ring called?
It is called the Ring of Whispers.
Yeah, that's not there.
It's not there. It's not
I
going to be
just
there.
made a note of it.
All you know is that essentially what you're going to do, it allows you each to speak into each other's mind as long as you're within a certain distance.
What's that certain distance?
Within like, let's say it was like 250 meters, something like that. Basically, as long as you're within the same like little realm, you're not going to go out of the area, but you can't. It's not like city to city communication.
It's within the same city.
Yeah, basically, it's within a city area. You are able to communicate with one another through telepathic thought,
Gotcha.
instead of having to speak aloud.
I'm just gonna start singing in my head.
I very specifically
Fuck
don't
me.
take a ring.
Fuck me. Daddy better make me choke.
That's
Okay.
okay. I'll wear 2 of them.
There's only 5.
It's okay. I'll wear 2 of them.
That's fine. I'm not wearing
Yeah.
one.
Yep, there's only 5.
Wait, does it read your thoughts?
No, you have
Not
to. You have to push them.
specifically. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
Oh,
push this one. You just have to. You do have to physically like use it. It is an active enchantment,
Okay.
but you do have to use it. Which that means when you guys are speaking, if you want it to be used through the ring, specifically state you're using it through the ring, or I will use it against you. You've all been playing long enough for me to use shit against you.
Rude.
I am. Fuck your shit. Cool. Well, you've divvied up the rings. One of you is wearing 2 rings. So
3.
2 of you are without a ring.
Oh,
Who the hell's not wearing another ring?
Well, she has 3 or 2 of
I
them.
did say 3 earlier,
Technically,
and then I thought there were 6 of them. So
no,
I was
there's 5.
saying she'll end up wearing 2.
Yeah.
But right now she has 3 on.
Yeah, but who else isn't wearing a ring? Everybody else but me should have
Zafik's
one.
not here, so
Cass,
technically
if
he
you-
should have
If you're
one.
speaking, you're muted.
Okay.
Lee.
Yeah, you're muted, buddy. Been muted this entire time.
Lee's probably missing one, and you.
Oops. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
both of them
talking this
are.
entire fucking time, dude.
I thought you were
I-
just quiet, man.
No, I want a ring. I wanted a ring.
You guys, anybody that wants one gets one. We'll say Zavik has one.
That's fine.
to
You
sit
could just
there.
take
so
it
you
off
all
of her.
have one. Yeah.
I want to lean over to Donegan again and go. I bet you she arm wrestles him for it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I'll put
absolutely.
a coin on
Let's
that bet.
Right.
Oh,
think-
Pose strength check.
She'll like offer out a hand and then just kind of grab onto his and like, let's go, brother.
You want one?
My
You're gonna have to
money's on-
take it off my dead body.
I'm gonna
oh,
look
I
at Sam.
fucking, I
I'm gonna look at
lost
Sam.
that
No, mind.
hard, boy.
Even if she rolls a 1, it's like a 6.
Wait, athletics check?
Yeah.
Yeah, opposed athletics.
It's gonna be at least a 10 or an
Oh,
11. It's a 25.
Yeah. So see in
Oh
the
my
surprise,
She full
in the
freaking
surprise of
throws
her
you.
surprise arm attack, she
Bruh.
literally turns you over midair
I got a
into the
nat
wall.
1 for that fucking
Yeah.
strength, dog.
Yeah.
God
She
damn.
literally she goes over my dead body, and as she's going to throw you, she literally turns you into midair and right into the wall. You
Nice.
slam into the brick wall.
Oh my god.
When he hits the wall, I just grab the bag and the book and put the book back in the bag and then slip it on.
Okay.
But no, I'll give you a ring. You can have a ring.
Now. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she'll reach down on you upside down on the ground and just put the ring on your hand.
I'm gonna
Please
take the
fucking
healing
do.
potion and put it in the bag as well. Bag of
In
holding.
the bag.
Thank you.
So the shark has been given. The gravity ring has been given. The rings have been taken. The healing has been taken. The dipping stone, I'm assuming you're putting in the bag because you need that.
Yeah.
And then the literally dipping stone. If nobody's caught that, fuck you. It was a really good pun. I worked on that.
The dipping stone.
I was thinking about
You-
dip.
Used by one
How you
who
get
would
out.
dip.
I was thinking about like
To dip.
tobacco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it allows
Yeah.
you to dip the
Yeah,
fuck out.
that's how you use it. You put it in your mouth. You get
Yeah.
you suck on it a
Yeah.
little bit, and then you fucking
And then it
teleport.
lets you
yeah.
dip out.
Yeah, you
I
dip
see.
out.
Spit.
I
You
see.
gotta spit. It
You
turns
gotta
into a
spit
portal.
it.
Well, yeah, when you come back, you gotta spit it out. And
You-
it leaves some left over, and you gotta
Yeah,
It's
that's how
disgusting.
you use it. Yeah, more than
Oh my
once.
gosh.
Anyways, that's how you dip out. Anyways, fuck you guys. It was a good pun.
It's
Anyways.
minutely radioactive though. It's
It only will shorten your lifespan about half. It's fine.
It will 100% give you gun disease.
Does
or
anybody
gum
take the
disease.
sheath
gun
stone?
disease.
Gun disease.
Not in this
The what?
economy, it wouldn't.
Yeah. Does anybody take the sheath stone?
Sure, yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah. It basically makes the anime shing sound
Yeah.
whenever you draw your weapon.
Wow.
I'll be the beacon.
Oh, so this thing might be fire.
Damsel in distress.
Okay, so the damsel in distress takes that. Does anybody take the breathing rock?
I can breathe
Uh,
just fine.
I'll take it if no one else is.
You know that as you pick it up, it's rather heavy. If you were holding on to it, you'd probably sink.
Hey,
What
yeah,
kind of shitty rock
what
is
if-
that?
I'll let
It
you
allows
ride
you to breathe
the
underwater. But if you're in water, you sink.
I'll let you
Um,
ride the shark.
Hey, there we go.
Sure, yeah, I'll take it. What the fuck?
Look, the shark doesn't need to breathe, and all I'm saying is do it. I want to see how
Do
that
it.
fails terribly. None of you have inspected it. Anyways,
There's something about a string or some shit, right?
well, you need the string for the shark to float if you put the ring on the shark to make the shark balloon.
Sit.
Anyways,
It's a dog.
yeah, you
It's a
got there, you got
dog.
the wine, you got the ring, so all of that is out. So he looks at you, all right. Now, you all look shabby as fuck, but most of the things people don't question people that arrive here. As long as you're nice, the gods will give you here. This here is forged paperwork. He's gonna reach into the pocket underneath his little smithing apron, and pull out some forged paperwork. These are paperworks you can show the guard. You don't have to use these. They're forged. They will only pass a base inspection. So if you guys fuck up and try to use them to get out of it, they will imprison you. There is a cell down there, by the way.
Did
I'll
anything
start
come?
messing with my dagger.
Did anything come of the disguises that we talked about? We playing this?
Unfortunately, nothing that would pass anything, because anybody can come in. You just need the proper paperwork. That's what this is for. This is it's going to get you in. You can walk up, hand them the paperwork. The front door guards and the clerk will let you through, but it doesn't mean you won't be watched. There's still ground floor security. Those are all people elements. That's what you are there for. That's what your specialty, all of you, to deal with people elements. Things that we can't. They're not completely enchanted. What was the investigation check for?
Oh, I didn't mean to do it. I moved my mouse.
Oh, cool. We're double checking.
No, yeah, I moved my mouse. I guess I hit it. That's my bad.
Okay. All good. But so yeah, so the paperwork will get you through the front door guards. It'll get you to the clerk. But when the clerk goes to search for anything, it's not going to find anything. Nothing's going to pull up. At that point, you either need to not be there or deal with the clerk. But any fighting will
Okay,
alert
you're
all
getting
of the
a bath.
guards.
Get down.
You know,
How dare you?
Get down.
fuck, ignoring that one. Can I do an investigation check or maybe perception check or whatever to look over the paperwork and see how like thorough it is?
Yeah,
In my opinion.
go ahead.
Which one do you want me to do?
Yeah, go ahead. Do an investigation check, and then you may have to roll something else.
That's fine. Yeah, I figured it was either gonna be history or investigation, perception, something based on something
Yeah.
I know. Like I have proficiency and shit in in forgery kit, so that's what I was asking.
Yeah. You can add. I'll just add. What's your proficiency right now? Is it +3 or 4?
3.
It's 3.
Three.
3. So I'll
Sorry.
add 3 to that just for your forgery kit. It's fine. So it's 14, which is more than enough. Looking over the paperwork, it's extremely well done. It's better work than you yourself have done.
Okay.
Everything looks good to check out, especially at first glance. The only thing that gets you are the names. Documentation like this, especially for banking systems, for someone fucking crazy that allows people to store things in his own little dimension, are very connected to names, things like that. There's probably paperwork, which is why this area has offices and things like that to make sure things are like filed correctly.
Yep.
And things like that. Like this guy is known for his nuts. So that these names, they don't really stick out to you. They sound famous, but they're probably not going to pass any check from there, because a guard, yeah, absolutely. He's going to say, hey, look, that name, it's the Eversong line. Yep. So you're part of that family, but that otherwise it's once they go to look for something, it's not going to find anything specific. And that this paperwork's going to be false, and you're probably going to end up in some hot water.
Okay. And then
so rudimentary checks, you're good.
Got you. So if a guard finds this, probably get it by. But if we talk to some kind of clerk of some kind, whatever, some kind of manager, whatever, then they're not going to look by. My other question is, do we have any sort of maps or plans or?
He pulled out the maps. They're still on the table.
Yeah.
Pulled out the plans for the top offices.
Can I bring this with me for some kind of bonus of a check?
Yeah, you can take those for bonuses on the check. Essentially, you'll know where everything is, not the people, but you'll know where things are.
Yeah, like this room is, whatever. This is an admin room. This is a security room, whatever. So we get some vague idea of what's going on. Okay,
you'll basically be able to pull up the M tab and pull up your map.
Yeah.
And know where you're at. But yeah, so again, the map, the top floor, it has written down the placements of the cannons. They're on each four corner of the thing, as well as ballista. Rudimentary, that usually not only are golems here, there are actual living people that work in the offices, but that there are chained guards, is what I'm going to call them. Chain guards, people that have been captured by Valdor for some reason or another, either to pay off a debt or just because he's fucking nuts and somebody has sold him a slave. He's got them up there, and these people usually man them along with his normal guards, which are paid actual dwarven berserker guards. You do know that the guards patrol the outside of the area, because you don't arrive in the building, you arrive outside of the building. And they patrol the outside. They're guarded there. You do know that there is essentially, it leads down to the cellar, is behind the clerk's door.
Okay.
Which is off to the side of the main vault, which you're able to access with the paperwork. Which the main vault is where people store their things in. So you enter grand hall, vaulted ceiling, staircase off to your right that leads up to the main offices. To the back is the circular vault door you would enter with, that has all the glyphs and shit like that. Inside is where normal people keep their shit. Clerk's desk is off to the side. Behind it is the door you guys need to go down to reach Daring. Also down there is the cell block. The prisoners also are kept down there into an adjacent room from where Daring sits. There is a essential little guard post that are able to keep people in until more authorities come and take them away.
Do we know anything about that cell?
That the cell is,
or is it just an iron cell?
It's a regular iron bar cell. But you do know that the place it's in is magically enchanted. Basically, magic can't work in that room that it is in.
Okay.
So all magic is cut
off.
I
have a beholder room for better, or for lack of a better phrase.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the room it's made in is essentially magic is null and void.
Yeah.
But the guards essentially will take you down there to be held until the proper authorities can come and pick you up. If not, if Valder doesn't decide to use you for his own purposes when he gets back.
I'm going to pull out a thieves' tool in front of everyone and say, you probably want to shove one of these where no one's going to find it. just in case you get locked in this room. You need to be able to get yourself out because we may not be able to find you.
You know, I hate
Right.
to agree with him, but he's probably right.
Now,
I
I would
really
be
wasn't
remiss-
looking to shove a thieves' tool up my ass today.
First time for everything.
Then squeeze it in between those fucking buns of steel, Torkara. We don't got time for this shit. We gotta go.
Urethra.
We don't
Oh
got time for
no,
this
that's
shit,
even
bro.
worse, man.
I do suggest wrapping
These
it in
things are
cloth.
like
It'll make it
jagged
better.
and
Yeah.
Right, you have the
No.
paperwork to get in. I would be remiss. There is access in the back to get through the admin
the
office.
key?
There is a. No, we
Oh.
don't have a key. We don't have anything to the door.
No, but you said there's access in the back. I was just
door.
saying.
I'm talking about the back of the bank.
Oh.
You can get through the back. There is the admin office has a few back doors to allow guards quick access on either side of the building. You can get in there. Again, this area is heavily patrolled. So it'll be up to you guys to be able to sneak past. We don't have a key to that door, nor anybody to let you in. So getting through that door is entirely up to you. If you try and sneak in at that point, will of the gods if the guards believe your stories. And if Valdor gets ahead of you, well, that's up to you as well.
We better not
that
waste any
being
more
said-
time then.
Yeah, that being said, I'm going to need each and every one of you to sign this paper.
What
He's
does
going to
it
put the paper down with an inkwell. And basically, the first half is all in Draconic, but there is like a translated legal paraphrase half. I vow upon being captured, I will not speak of Valdor of my involvement with the Thieves Guild and such. You guys do know, pretty much this is enchanted work. Basically, if you say it, you won't be able to, by magic decree, speak of
Because
your
snitches
involvement.
get stitches.
Yeah. Basically, it casts the silence spell on you if you attempt to disclose any information on this. And it will constantly do so. And if you try and break it X amount of times, it'll just flat out kill you.
Hell yeah.
I seen this shit in anime. No thanks.
I've seen how this worked out before.
I've seen how this works.
This shit happened in
You wanna know
that
what
time I
it's
got
like in
reincarnated as a
Waterdeep?
slime, you heard?
Oh boy.
I sign it.
But as
I'll
all
just
of you,
get it done with.
yeah.
It's something we've signed before.
Yeah, this is standard thief shit
Right.
at
all
this
of
point.
all of you are level 5 thieves. At some point, you've signed a paper like
You've
this.
signed one of these. Yeah.
If not
Torkara
more.
signs it, but spells their name wrong.
You
do you spell
notice
it?
your names as you put it on there. Yeah. Still light up and glow. Even if you
Yeah.
misspell it.
Holds the pen like this. Just
I put
Takes
my
up half
initials.
of the bottom of the whole page.
Stabs through
8
about
lines.
three. Stabs through about
It's
3
like-
sheets of paper.
it's shaky. It's awful. It's like it's written like by a preschooler. It's bad.
We talking written like that kid Sid from Toy Story, like how we know he would
Yeah.
write.
Absolutely.
Oh, 100%. That's exactly how,
Absolutely.
like how you imagine that. That's exactly how it is.
Okay, that's not.
I'm
that's fine.
imagining right now like the signatures of all of the kids that work that I work with at like the school, like just that
Oh, God.
shaky ass fucking
Autistic
off
handwriting.
Sure, I don't know.
entire page taken up.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you guys,
Alright.
I ain't never been the most patient person. So in school, when people would take too long to learn how to spell shit, I would literally just get up and leave.
It's fair.
Or
that
having
seems like a very you thing.
having to listen to that one kid that like couldn't get his speech out.
No.
I would just get up and leave.
The one kid who couldn't even read out loud a paragraph.
Yeah.
It's very painful to work at that school, but
Yeah, so I would
oh
just
boy.
leave. I couldn't do it. I just got up and left. I got better shit
Alright.
to do than listen to the kid try.
Right. So you've got everything. You've got there. Everybody's signed. We're gonna say at this point. Standard bullshit. He's gonna walk over to the far side of the room. You notice that there's a clear area here. There there is there. He's going to tap his hammer against the wall one more time, and another teleportation circle that you saw appear underneath the table appears on the wall. And you're like, right, everybody through? Let's go. Once you reach through, you'll be in Valdor's realm. Watch yourselves.
I go through last.
All right, later, dudes. And
Mhm.
or they like freaking salute everyone as if they're going in
Who
alone.
is
Charge right
Fuck.
through.
Yeah, who goes in first? That's my question.
I'll go in first.
Oh, all right.
Damn. All right.
You immediately
Drop into lava and die.
no.
Let's go.
Roll a Constitution check. Constitution saving throw.
Best
Oh.
one for it. Maybe.
Yeah. You can all roll Constitution saving throws too as you go through.
Oh.
6. Do I throw up all over the
Mm,
floor?
12.
Is this like one of those Harry Potter twisty kind of teleporting spells where it's like very nauseating and I just throw up everywhere?
Go through
Damn.
here. So yeah. And it's a very low DC, which is fucking great, in all honesty.
The big
The
one,
fact that the
3.
one Constitution person failed it.
Probably me. Shit.
We've already established my rules are shit today.
Yeah. Oh, fucking nat 20 over here.
Oh my
Probably
god!
my ass.
When you use the fat dragon dice, he fucking pops up on your screen.
Oh shit! It's probably because it was a nat 20.
If you roll a nat 20, he jumps on the screen and like fucking waves his head around and then flies away.
Oh.
He's
I
a
want
fat
the
dragon.
fat dragon dice.
Fat dragon dice. What?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
called.
they
They're
released,
the Timber Chow or Timber Chow, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, it's for the D&D movie. It should still be on there as redeemable.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, I have it.
It's all. Yeah, I'm saying it's on the main
Yeah.
page. He's a fat dragon.
I like the
So-
treasure hoard dice.
I have that one.
As you all come out, you notice as you step through the portal, you all feel very, for a split second, as you feel through, you feel like you've entered, like you've all been given a slight true fight, like you've entered essentially the ghost world. Like, you know, the Lord of the Rings, whenever he puts on the ring and he sees the ghost world around him,
Mhm.
you all feel that like immediately chill. Like it is a very dark, ghostly, unnatural energy.
I want to trip Donegan as he comes through the portal.
Roll athletics, and anybody that wants to roll a Arcana check to check on the magic of the portal, you're more than welcome to as well.
I want to try to avoid him tripping me.
You're coming through the portal after me.
That's the opposed athletics, but
Fuck.
you're at disadvantage, Donegan.
I got 12. DM.
That Arcana check.
Yeah, you can do a Arcana to check on the magic if you want.
17 or 18. Sorry.
I trip.
Actually goes well with you, Aram, and we'll get to that in a minute. Yep. 6. Yep, Donegan, you fucking we'll get here in a minute because this is gonna be there. So as you guys step through, because I'm gonna start with the portal, then we're gonna go with what happens after because someone failed the Constitution saving throw. As you step through, Aram, you notice that again it was the rune on there that lit up in glue that turned into the portal, but you distinctly know as you step through and you feel the cold surround you and that ghostly energy, it's coming from Elio. Elio is the one. Elio, the one who was speaking to you guys with the eye patch. Elio is the one that this magic has came from. He is the one that essentially that it originated from. The rune, fake as shit.
Okay.
Fake is absolute shit.
Okay.
But you know that this particular energy, this ghostly energy, has to originate from somebody, and it originated from him.
Okay.
But as you get through there, as you get through the cold and you step through there, you're immediately greeted from cold to sunny Florida, fucking hot.
We're at the beach.
Sunny Florida from immediate cold, like I am freezing, to immediately fucking dying, drowning heat. Like you're inside of a volcano heat. And as you step out there and you all fit there, you manage to catch yourselves. The jumble that's in your stomach, except for Takora. You kneel over, throw up, and are blinded for a hot minute as you're fucking throwing up. Donegan, as you
We
are
love to
tripped,
see it.
you trip face first into Takora's throw up.
I get up pissed at Sam.
Hold on. I want to see if does he know that I did it?
I would assume I would have seen you trip me.
I'm gonna say you came through a portal and my foot was in the
You
way.
came through a portal. You roll let him morale. You can do perception. He'll do stealth.
15.
Yeah, so you got to beat a 15.
13.
Yes.
So you know it was one of these fuckers.
Just
but
from
Gwenveer's been fucking with you since the minute you got down
Hey,
here.
I said I was going
You
through
kind of
last.
think, you kind of think it was her because
So-
it doesn't matter because he tripped, he fell. By the time he looks back, you're through.
Well, here's the thing. I want him to trip in front of her.
Yeah.
So
you came
so
out, you saw
when
him
he
face
gets
plant
up, when he
into
gets up and he's got what did Torkara eat last?
Yeah, what did Tarkar eat last?
Kind of lamb chops or
Probably like
something
some
real
meat
meaty and chunky.
beans
Yeah.
kind of
It's gotta
thing.
be
Lots
protein.
of chicken.
You're right. How do you gotta
Um,
feed those muscles? Yeah.
Yeah, he ate a lot of different kinds of meat and then lots of beans.
Okay, so as he picks his face up, I just want pieces of meat and beans and shit to be stuck to his face when he looks up and makes eye contact with both me and her, and I want to keep a straight face.
I just wipe myself off and go on with my day.
Yep.
I have a
Oh,
disgusting
okay.
look on my
Embarrassed.
face the entire time.
You guys, what was that, Nick? Sorry.
You said he wanted to have a
Face.
disgusted look, yeah.
That face. It's just that face. Your screen looks almost frozen with it. It's great.
Yeah. It did.
So you guys arrive, you look around, you notice that while it's super hot, there is a lot of vegetation around. Like you seem to be in a small outcropping of a forest, but looking around behind you, you notice that you're on top of a hill, maybe, or maybe not. But you don't see if you look behind you, as you look forward through the trees, you can barely make out the marble pillars of the building in question. But you are currently in a small forest that seems to be surrounding the bank. From what you were told about the area, the banking area is a large building on a platform. Surrounding it is a small forest. It is very, very hot. So far as all you've gathered. What do you guys choose to do from here?
Well, I'll help my best friend. I'll help him up off the ground.
Okay.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
But yeah, of course, and I'll offer him like a handkerchief or something to clean himself up. Be like, I don't know what
See
happened.
who did it?
I didn't get to see it. I didn't get to see it. It was just a you going down thing, and
I'll believe you for now, bud. Believe you for now.
For now.
yeah, I didn't see it. I wish I was paying attention, but honestly, I was a little overshook by the. You didn't get any of the blindness, you didn't get any of that.
No.
Oh yeah, no, my eyes were all blurry coming through. I don't even know what. It's strange.
I didn't even see.
Can I do a deception check on it?
It'd be insight for you, but deception.
be
for me.
insight.
I didn't even see Lee. Fucking shit stuff he's got
Yeah.
too.
Well, yeah,
Fucking
his
sorry,
internet's
Lee,
probably
if you're
fucked
watching.
up. Yeah.
10.
Oh, his
Jesus
wife has a migraine and stuff like that. He's trying to be quiet and courteous.
Haha, bitch.
I get it. I appreciate you, Lee, in your efforts.
I got
to make your
13.
partner happy.
I got
The one
13.
thing I can hit high on.
I got 13.
Bro, my
Yeah.
rolls are dog shit.
You are fucking. Your luck is absolute shit tonight.
I have not rolled over a 10. Everything
Yeah.
that's been over 10 has been because it's a plus something. And I
You
have-
had you had an 11 and a 7 when you rolled a
Yeah,
6 or
count
whatever
it.
for your
Well,
fall.
kind of good.
It still would have been a 10.
Yeah. But so you help him up. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
I suppose we proceed on to our objective, yeah?
We do.
You have two options, you know. You can either go straight up to the building and use the paperwork to get in, or you can try and sneak in.
I think we should sneak in.
What do you say?
Sneak in.
I mean, we have this paperwork. Why not use it?
Hear
Well, if
me
things
out.
go south, they know that we're in there.
Yeah, we still want to sneak in.
Right, but
But
what
if
if
things go
we
south-
snuck
I
in
could-
and paperworked out? If we got the items and we were sly enough with it, we
could
just
use the
walk
paperwork
past
to
them
get
and
out.
flash the Walmart receipt. Yeah, I know. I'm good.
But like,
How would
don't
they
we
know
have
that
like
we're
that
in there?
teleport rock thingy? We're teleporting out, so right? Isn't that the plan?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know
Did I
Fucking
get
that
wrong?
South.
Elio did say that
Yeah.
the dipping stone essentially would teleport you back into the safe room
mean,
once
that
you've
works.
gathered everything.
Should we have tried this before we came?
Probably. We need a plan B.
I'm thinking Plan B is our paperwork out rather than paperwork
I
in,
agree.
because if we paperwork in and then something gets flagged,
Ventilation system.
we're a problem, right? Because we were some of the last people in. But if we sneak in and then paperwork out, it's a bank. There's not going to be a fucking sign-in sheet.
Hmm.
But we could just sneak
And by the
past
time
them
they
and pretend to be actual citizens on the way out.
And by the time they verify that paperwork and find out it's fake, we're long gone.
Right. Or more importantly, we let Torkara fucking ruin something and light something on fire. Or we
I
let
have a shark.
or Torkara can do something with a shark, right? We did give her the shark, and then we let
Throw a
Aram
shark.
Throw it at the
light
entrance.
something on fire. And what do? They try and get everyone outside, and then we find a way away. Just as a backup.
I'll
How's
just
that
throw a
sound?
shark at them.
Yeah,
This
throw a
is
shark
She
at the
could throw a
entrance.
shark. She could throw a shark and distract everybody, and we could just go in while they're distracted.
This is
But that's
fucking
in.
genius.
That's a
But I wanna
what
keep
happens
the
if they
shark.
get a hold of the shark?
We need the
Right?
shark.
If they manage to subdue the shark somehow, then we're trapped inside and don't have
What
the
if they
shark as the
tame
backup.
it? They tame the shark and use it against us. We can't use the shark so early into
Right,
this.
that's what
Are
I'm
we
saying. The
going
shark is a
into a
last ditch
vault
effort. Right.
with
Yes.
a ton of magic shit in
Right.
it?
Yes. But the shark is the last ditch effort. That's my point. Like Torkara and Aram are here for recklessness. That is why we brought them. We're precision, they're the blunt instrument.
Right. This is good. This is right.
Take notes, take notes, take notes. Just
Does it sound good?
Fuck it, I'm down. Sneak in.
whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going for the sneak in, and we're gonna try and paperwork out. If we need to create a distraction, Aram lights
Yeah,
something on fire, and she creates a shark.
And if they're
You
coming
know-
after us, we can all just use the stone.
If it works, we didn't try it. We hope that it works, but I've
Oh,
worked
yeah,
with him
that's true.
before, and it's hit or miss.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess.
So we're gonna sneak in.
Test it out now.
Well, you guys are in the little forest that
Correct.
surrounds the area. You know that the door that is at the back of this particular building.
Yeah, we'll skirt the forest around and come in. You want stealth checks or something? What do you want?
Yep. Everybody makes stealth checks.
I'm
Yeah.
crouching, so
Uh-oh.
I get double
16.
I'm invisible.
Yeah, if I crouch and stand still, like they can't see me, obviously, because it's Metal Gear Solid rules, right? Like,
Uh-oh.
I was thinking more.
Does
any-
Skyrim.
did
Actually,
any of you bring a
I'm
cardboard
actually
box?
inside of a cardboard box.
Yeah. Did any of you bring a cardboard box?
I brought a
Of course
Gundam.
Here we
I'm
go.
like, Gundam.
Fair enough. That does
Fuck
that
your
does beat
stealth.
all
Fuck
other
your building.
all other
Uh-oh.
things.
I got a 22 or 3 or
Hey,
whichever.
actually
12.
not as bad as I
I
thought it
rolled
was gonna
fucking.
be.
Oh, I rolled a natural 20 again.
Yeah.
I just wasn't paying attention to the dragon on my
19,
screen
20,
until it was
12,
gone.
19, 18. So, yeah. Overall, you guys feel you're fucking pretty stealthy. You want to make some perception checks to see if you can pick out the security along the way?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. 20.
16.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Ew.
damn, I got 7.
Yeah, mine's not gonna be
Brody.
great. I got a feeling.
Damn, I got 21 again? What the fuck?
Fucking killing it with that perception over there.
Oh shit, 18. Not bad.
Ew. All right. So for anybody over a 15, you immediately clock as you guys are skirting the forest. You clock the cannons that you were told about. Now these cannons from the distance look small, but they take up a whole side corner of this building. So you know, if you got closer, they'd fuck you up.
Mm.
They're all manned, by large golems. They almost like with the cannons installed and the golems holding them, they look like giant gargoyles on the four corners of this old bank Roman-esque building.
Okay.
They look like almost gargoyles pointed on there. You do see though along the side as you're checking on there, you do see the mounted ballista that are on there, and a few lithe, darker looking elven figures, completely bald, walking around up top.
I guess we'll just lead the group to the back door and try and sneak our way in. What do we see by the back door? I guess is the most important question.
Yep. So as you guys round the end of the building, and you get to the other end, you see a large in the back. There are like some patio areas. You look like it's probably the break area for most people. They want to come outside to get out of the building. But out of the area right now, it is completely empty.
Oof.
But you do realize that from the forest to the building is a good 100 feet of open ground.
So the 29 on my stealth, did I bring the cardboard box?
You, in fact, feel like you're in a cardboard box with the heat, but you do feel that you've managed to get to the back of the building
Right,
without
yeah.
being seen
I get
or
what she's- I get what
anybody
she's
even
saying.
recognizing anything's in that forest. You've also
Um,
noticed with your perceptions as you've gone to this forest, there's no other life in this forest. You guys are the only ones there. So getting to this
There's no
point
birds or
without
anything? No fucking grasshopper noise,
birds,
nothing?
no rabbits, no other living creature.
Okay, fair enough.
But you also know that you managed to get there without disturbing enough of the brush for anybody else on the other side to notice. Even the walking patrols that you've seen skirt close to the forest, you guys are able to stand still long enough that they passed you by without a second glance.
I guess we spend probably 10-15 minutes watching these and try and learn the pattern. And then once we see a hole, we push for it.
Yep.
Go ahead and make you make a group investigation check to try and discern the guard's pattern.
I feel like I'm playing Hitman.
Kinda, yeah.
Fail.
Fucking 5.
Bam.
What the fuck is that, bro? It's
see
literally
what-
my dice is set. The 20 is on top, and then it's closer to the 14, which is next to the 20, but somehow registered the 8, which you could barely see the top of the number of as the fucking number that I picked.
I got a 15.
Yeah, let me. There's a group check, so I will let the numbers add up. But
Yeah, but
basic math has
12,
said
15,
no.
17. It's 32,
12.
49, 55, 60 total.
Big
Oh.
maths.
So you are able to get a rudimentary pattern, but like every time that you get it just about done, you do realize that something changes. You don't know if it's the guard pattern changing. You know it's kind of similar, but like every time there's an intermittent step between something or there, you get kind of wrong. You feel safe that you could probably try and make it. But if you guys were to be slightly too loud, you'd be easily found out. Because this is 100 meters of open ground to you
Listen,
in the building.
we
100
can
feet.
run 90 feet in 6 seconds.
Mm-hmm. You're still 100 feet
It's only an
of
extra
building
10.
of completely open ground.
Ooh, sorry.
It'll take us
You feel
about
like you
7
have a
seconds to
good
make it.
idea of what it could be, but you do know that there's not a large margin room for error.
Okay. I'll say that to the group. What I see.
It's gonna be close.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think this is the best way in, and we use a distraction to get us out. But if you want to go the other way, I mean, we can always Always just walk
I
in the front
mean,
door.
it's still possible. Just gotta be quick about it. You know.
Does everybody feel confident enough to do this?
Just stretching my legs right now.
Absolutely not. Let's go.
Doing little soccer stretches.
All right. I guess we're gonna stealth check to the door.
Everybody, if you are, how are you getting there? Are you just going to rush to the door? You're going to rush through?
I suppose. I mean, if we're watching for a slot in the patrol, we'll fucking find our slot and
Yeah.
take off running.
Since you
action
guys got
dash,
over the
dash,
base check,
dash.
I will not impose disadvantage on your stealth checks, but you will need to make a stealth check to get across.
27.
Oh, thank
13.
God. Oh my
Oh
God.
shit. Okay. Fuck.
Ooh,
47,
Oh.
60, 73, 81 total.
Dirty 20.
81 total. Dirty 20 with Torkara is interesting, actually. And Gwenvere over here with a fucking 8.
Listen, my
Um,
dice, it says it's in that one, but it picked 8. Or it picked like 5 or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take it.
And then I also got a 27. I want to say that
Yep.
may account for something.
You did get a 27. You guys do manage to rush through. There are times where essentially you feel like you've gotten caught, like someone has seen you, but it's someone talking to somebody else, like, "Hey, you over there," and the other guard turns around. And clearly, these people barely know each other's names,
Mm-hmm.
let alone you. There's a few times there, and in fact, Gwenvere even fucking trips and falls, face plants halfway through the middle. But as Sam's rushing up, he manages to grab her by the back of her, back of
Just
her
scoops her up,
fucking,
keeps moving.
and scoops her up and keeps going. You guys get about halfway. I'm gonna need you to make another stealth check
Ooh.
as you rush the rest of the way.
This one's gonna be a
So-
4.
I gotta make another one.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's I like that one.
You
That's
Fucking-
funny.
That was
fucking
worse.
5.
19 this time.
What
A
the
12.
fuck?
So it's 49, 61, 80, 85.
85.
It's actually
Good
better
enough.
than
You
the
guys-
last one.
It is better than
Mhm.
the last one. With you guys were average on a little bit higher than we rolled. It's good.
God.
With that 26. Luckily, again, Gwenvere just fucking doesn't seem to be able to have the right shoes on today.
Yeah.
Falls and face plants again.
As she hits
Yeah,
the
well,
ground,
that's-
as she hits the
what-
ground, she gets like an instant like dagger eyes. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You have
See, when I
one.
was stretching earlier, it
I'm
broke
picking
my
her
shoes.
up as I'm still running.
Not,
Had to
not
pull
good
something
enough.
in your hamstring when you were fucking stretching.
My toes
Immediately
poked out the front
stumbled
of my
again.
shoes.
I can just fucking carry her.
Her,
Just covered
Luckily,
me, I'll
her
carry her.
heels are not working
Yeah.
well.
Luckily, with an 86, the group is able to get to the door. You have a little bit of cover, on the top of this building. You notice that there is a bit of a kind of almost castle outcropping that supports, you think is there to support a lot of the advanced weaponry that is on the top of this building. You notice that below it are windows, specifically that there, but it overhangs a little bit, and underneath there is a bit of an overhang that guards over this door. You're able to pile underneath here into the door. So you are in front of the back door, the entrance to be essentially a small admin office that sits to the other side of the door to the actual office. So you get in here, the admin office, you go out, there is the clerk's desk that sits in front of you, and right next to the door where you guys get out would be the cellar door that you need to get out of.
I want to place Torkara right in front of the door and pick the lock, and I got an 18.
Okay. You go ahead, click. The door opens. You guys step in. You opens clear.
I'm gonna
You
shove
guys,
Torkara in. What happens?
Oh,
shove Torkara in. Make a stealth check at disadvantage, Torkara.
you're trying to kill me.
No.
Oh, I should have rolled that as disadvantage. I'm sorry.
I was trying to give you a boost across the
rolling,
hallway past the fucking desk.
rolling.
That's what I was doing.
Well, I don't
Ooh.
need disadvantage. It's a nat one.
You hear
Oh no!
as Torkara gets shoved through, Torkara manages to walk straight into a cart that was placed right in front of the door. Clangs, pots, pans, water actually spills out. You think that this had like maybe some food on it. Now Donegan's not the only one with random bits of food still hanging to their clothes. Takara clangs over there, silverware all over the floor. You hear, Eddie, what the fuck? Were you outside again? No, Val, I was not outside. I've been sitting at my desk filling out this fucking form for the last 8 hours. What do you mean? And it's like literally clearly there, and then there's commotion.
I'm gonna look at Donegan with like big eyes, and I want to whisper at him in our whatever like friend language that we've invented. I want to whisper at him, pretend like we're servers.
Probably our best bet, but we need to change clothes fast.
No. And then I stand up and I grab the cart. And then
It's our first day.
Right. So and then I'm gonna kind of shuffle my hand so everybody else can like hide behind the cart while I push it. Is it like is it semi covered? Like, could they hide on one side of it, or is it just like piled from floor to ceiling with fucking dishes? Because that would be impossible.
There was like a dish on top, and it was like a 4-staged cart that had like various foods on it.
But my question, does it have some kind of okay?
No, there was no cloth.
How many? What do we knock off the top stage or something?
Yeah, you essentially knocked it completely over because Tokar is huge.
The whole cart fell over.
Yeah, the whole cart fell over, and everything is now all over the floor.
I want to snatch the cart back up. And then I want to reach. I want to grab somebody who's got the largest cloak. It'd be Torkara, wouldn't it?
Torkara.
I'm gonna grab Torkara's cloak and throw it over the fucking. I'm gonna tell her I need to borrow this, and then throw it over the cart. And then who's the smallest? It's fuck. We don't have a gnome, right? Because he's not here.
Yeah, it would have been the gnome. It is probably Donegan or Aram.
Me being the human.
Okay, so I'm gonna be like Aram, get underneath the cloak, put him underneath the cloak, and then because Torkara is way too big to fit on this cart, right?
Yeah,
okay,
Torkara is
being half orc, she's like fucking 6 foot. She's too big to fit. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna put Aram underneath there, and then I'm just gonna have the other ones like pick up the food, quick, pick up the food. So we'll stack the food back up on the cart. Like relative, like it's not gonna look great, we know that, but like you want a performance check out of it or whatever, I guess I can do that.
As I was about to ask, actually make a performance check.
It's not gonna be great. Now. It's a -1.
Yeah, make a performance check. Yeah, for anybody who's stacking the stuff, make a performance check and act like you're supposed to be there, essentially.
Sure.
9.
12, I think. Yeah, 12, not bad.
You know, I should just go back to my phone at this point. This rolling is painful. It's an 18.
As you guys are stacking these dishes and trying to get there, through the little hallway, because you guys are in what is essentially a small kitchen now. Through the hallway, in front of the kitchen, you see 2 small dwarven figures sporting little round spectacles, holding a stack of paperwork, kind of looking over and peering.
Yeah. Just before you see them,
rubbernecking.
I want to snatch that door shut really quick behind us. Okay.
I'll allow that, but as
I was gonna say it, but then you started on your exposition. I was like, shit, I didn't get to spit it out. I did want to close the door behind us so it didn't look like it was open.
Yeah. So you see these two dwarfs kind of staring. They're both holding a stack and kind of peering into the doorway.
Right.
Clearly they've been on like opposite ends, and they've met here, and they didn't want to let go of whatever they were doing, so it's in their hands, and they're just kind of peering through, rubbernecking.
And I want to start yelling at Torkara, "You oafish fool! Every time we have you do something with any tact, you ruin it every time. You are never doing anything ever again that is not brute force. You are the worst at anything that I'm going off loud as shit.
Okay.
I'm causing a scene, but I'm doing it because any manager that sees a manager doing it's like, I'm not fucking getting involved in this.
Kara's like holding up her hands and like tearing up and is like, I'm sorry.
You had one job and it was deliver the food. You had one job.
Oh, I need to turn on my... This is gonna suck.
Has no idea that it's like acting, is just like crying. I'm sorry.
You had one job, deliver the food, and don't spill it. It's one fucking job.
No.
I,
So,
I didn't mean
I've
to.
half a mind to fire her ass.
No
16.
performance check needed. These tears are
One.
genuine.
These tears are genuine. With that, go ahead and make a performance at advantage for your.
Oh, right click it, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Right click it at advantage for me.
I think I did it wrong. I did it wrong. Oh shit! I gotta click roll at the bottom. Okay, I didn't know that. Oh fuck it, I'll roll
It's fine.
twice.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'll roll
Yeah,
twice.
you can just roll again.
So we have 15. Okay.
Hey, pretty good. Pretty good.
That's probably gonna be like a 10. Looking like 18. 18.
So as you saw there, as you look at the doors as you kind of stare over as you're making this run, you could see one of them was about to like turn around and yell something, and then it heard you yell, and then turned around and started looking, and now both of them have kind of like hunched back into themselves into the corners of the door,
Mhm.
more like, oh yeah, and they're kind of nodding to each other, like, yeah, we get this all the time.
Belittle that
Finally,
subordinate.
Finally, it's somebody else. You know, one of those. They're very enjoying this, like the Karen across the street when the police show up on the block.
Oh yeah, and there's very much a, like, you like pointing at Donegan and Gwenvere, like, you two pre-prepare the dishes. We have to fix this. We're needed upstairs immediately. They're having a meeting. They need get to work. And like I'm making this whole scene. I'm making this whole scene of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm just yelling, yes, chef, yes, chef.
You see them nodding. They watch for a little while longer, but as you guys keep playing it on, they eventually leave and go back to their desks. After you hear like a slight chuckle in the background, but then they leave and go back to their desks.
In our
You feel
language, I hit Sam with I kill them first if we have.
Of course.
You feel you've successfully not drawn too much of their attention. Like they definitely were. You knew they were definitely off and they were about to call somebody, but after you started berating them, they went back to their.
What if we killed them and then baked them into a pie and served it to the guy who owns the place?
Yo, that sounds pretty great to me, actually. Let's pin that idea.
That is not where Adam thought this shit was going.
Oh.
Adam was not ready for the fucking Hansel and Gretel story.
Yeah, I do not want a retelling.
Put a pin in that one for now. If this shit goes sideways, though, I'm putting one of those motherfuckers in the oven.
How big's the oven?
We'll make it fit.
Could it fit one dwarf or two dwarfs?
It's actually like a large, like almost pizza-esque oven, large hearth.
Oh yeah,
that's in there.
Oh yeah.
I want to do it first.
It's by all means.
You're hot enough. You don't need to go in the oven.
Yeah, it's probably a bougie kitchen.
One of those dwarves is going in that fucking oven.
That's fair.
I want to put the dwarf in the oven.
Is there like a large cauldron somewhere too, where we maybe could like boil one if need be?
Yeah, there's like a few pots. There's like behind you is all like marble.
You want to know the best? You want to know the best place to torture somebody?
In a kitchen.
The kitchen.
Yeah.
You know why?
You
know why? It's easily cleanable. It has a drain built in.
It's made to be cleaned, and it has everything you need to get.
And every piece of sterilization you need.
Is there liquor here?
Now,
make an investigation check if you're looking for alcohol.
I also want to pick up a couple of knives if possible, a couple of pretty sharp knives.
Yeah, you see some kitchen knives. They're all everything in here is very well taken care of. Until you came in and crashed everything, this looks like one of the best kitchens you've probably ever seen.
That's fine. Yeah.
What's the
I also want to eat one of the snacks.
Same 1d4, same as normal.
I also want to eat one of the snacks. Like, how good is it? Like little quiches or something.
Yeah, so they had some of the things there you pick up. I'm going to say you pick up one of the ones off the counter instead of the ones you knocked over.
Right.
They
got like a ganache ball, actually, like a chocolate ganache ball.
Yeah, it's a little cold, but you think that these hors d'oeuvres are meant to sit out for a little bit because they're like for catering.
Even up.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like it could be heated, but it's like the heat of the area still kept it above room temperature.
Sure.
But you notice that as you stepped in, the marble around you, really cold. It is not as warm as the outside. The marble is actually really cool to the touch.
I take like a whole handful of them and I give them to her car. I was like, you did great.
Yeah.
You did fantastic.
They're fucking delicious.
You did great. Eat these chocolate balls.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
just
I'm gonna
starts
assume there's
shoveling
enough
them into
knives
her
in this
mouth.
kitchen for
Yeah,
us to take, like,
there's
2 or
as
3
many
of them.
knives as you want to find.
Yeah, I
They're
just
extremely
wanted
sharp,
to.
like kitchen knives. As many knives as you want to grab, you can find.
Yeah,
Um,
taking
Christ,
3 to
guys.
fill up my belt.
Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted 2 daggers. That's it.
Yep. You find them. They do 1d4 damage.
Yep.
Normal daggers. They're just extremely sharp and well cared for kitchen knives.
Yeah.
So you guys are now in the kitchen.
So you said to the left and down the hallway was like the admin desk. Is there anything
So
like directly
in
across
front
the
of
hallway?
you, yeah. So in front of you, where the dwarven wares are, which is the only door in and out.
Right. Yeah. One of them fucking double flapper doors.
In front of you, yeah, was the double flap door. In front of you is the admin office.
Yep.
You know that there's in here. There's a few desks set up for like clerical work. They're cubed, so like there's privacy dividers in there for them. It's actually rather bougie. Set up, but it's a bunch of, you know, that there's a few clerical offices. Usually it's manned by 2 to 3 dwarves running clerical work and making sure everything's filed and everything's up to date, ordering things that need to be ordered for the guard or anything like that. It's where most of the actual administration and like HR stuff would be done in this particular banking office.
Can I make like some half decent plates put together really quickly to put them on top of this tray?
Yeah, there's so behind you on the granite, on the marble countertops that line the wall.
Yeah.
There's like pre-made stacks.
Yeah.
Of what you would think. So the cart that you had some on it.
Yeah.
You would think that was more than likely you was today's lunch.
Yeah.
That someone was going to bring out.
I just want to make like
there's some
6
pre-made
of them just
stack.
in case we run into a couple extra people.
Yeah, there's some pre-made stuff on
Bet.
there.
So I'm gonna slap it together real quick and make like 6 pre-made like plates.
Yeah. Gwen, as you look around for alcohol, you notice that there are like a few bottles there, but like the first few that you pick up are like spices and shit. And you're like, this is fucking alcohol. So you put it back. You rummage around. You do find 1 bottle of like wine. That's it.
Cooking sherry, so it tastes like ass.
Yeah, like it's literally sitting on the counter in front of you. It's hard to miss. It's literally like low end wine, probably used for cooking.
Okay. I'll keep it.
Okay. You take the cooking wine, but you put you manage to tidy up the cart. You've already got it. You put some plates on there of some things, but you know, the admin office. Out of the admin office, there's a few doors like to our bigger offices in there, but directly in the middle, out the way, leads you directly to the receptionist desk, which to the right of you is the door you need to reach to go to the cellar in the prison.
So I want. Are we good to proceed, everybody? Yeah. We're good. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to lead the group out to the admin office, pushing my little cart with Aram in the bottom of it. Which I love that when I was like, I'm gonna shove Aram under the cart, Cass leaned back enough so it stopped seeing his face.
Yeah. So he's not in there anymore.
So he's not visible. So I want to take the cart and just go ahead and push it out with probably got a squeaky wheel on it. So fucking and just because it squeaks a little bit, I'm gonna reach over and get some like coconut oil or something and fucking grease the wheel that way it doesn't squeak when I push it. Yeah. And then push it out the doors and head across into the admin office and be like, just start placing the plates down next to the people.
Yeah. As you get out,
they're not gonna pay attention to me. I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you enter the room, like the 2 dwarves that you saw peek in the little round doorways.
Yeah.
You see that they immediately clock you as you come in, but like they look up, they see you smile, they look at the others, kind of snicker and look back at their paperwork.
Yeah, so when I bring the plates out, like I want to wait a couple of seconds so they can notice me, and then I want to like signal everybody to run down the hall, go to the right, because that's where they're going immediately to the right. Right? They don't have to go through the admin office. They have to go to the right.
Yeah, so you go in.
Yeah, so I just want everybody to go where they're going.
There's a wall here that it's open, so they're low hanging walls.
Yeah, I got you.
But you go in. There's 4 desks just laid out loosely in the area. There's a low hanging wall that kind of confines them in, and then on the outside of the walls, there's doors to actual offices that the higher end people will be. All those doors are closed.
Right.
Right now, but you can try and sneak around the lower wall to the main door to lead out of the end.
So that's what I want them to do, and then I want the cart, and I have Aram on the cart.
Yeah,
covered in her
they go
cloak.
in. Yeah, they see you come in. They just kind of nod and go back to their
Yeah,
paperwork.
and I set the plates out, and apologies